Anyway, I'm MC Vaz. I'm from Nam Radio. Welcome, welcome, and thank you for sharing your music.
I know, so
Um,
thank you.
your music is. I was listening to Here I Am, and I think it spoke to me. Here I Am as well, and
Great.
I loved it because I was also watching you. You play the guitar, don't you, on YouTube? I've seen your wedding things on YouTube. Um,
Yeah, 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 I do. Yeah. That's my bread and butter, or it has been. It's kind of what I've done up to now, and it's sort of given me it's the last year, so it's given me time to kind of write my own music, which is what I've always wanted to do, really. I did play in a wedding band for a couple of years,
oh,
and I
wow.
left that. I actually left it before COVID happened.
Did
Um,
you?
yeah, well, I got a bit browned off doing it. It just like we were very busy, but I just didn't have time for anything else. I was playing a couple of nights a week all the time, just
Yeah,
just playing all over Ireland, and
yeah.
just wanted to go and do something myself. So it's been great in a way.
So you're based in Ireland, are you?
Yeah, Wicklow, County Wicklow.
I've never been. I've never been.
You should come. It's beautiful. It's known as the Garden of Ireland.
The Garden of Ireland. Oh,
Yeah,
all right. I can't wait because I interview a lot of artists and I'm getting to know different parts of the world. I've just
yeah.
interviewed somebody from Canada just a few minutes ago.
Well,
So
yeah.
anyway, tell us more about your music and yourself, really. Like, I want to know because I know I've listened to Here I Am and your voice is so pure on that recording. It is so pure. It
Yeah,
just gets to your core, your heart when you sing.
yeah, yeah,
So talk to us about your music.
yeah. Well, I suppose I wanted to try and do things simple after being in a band and that whole band dynamic
Um,
and a band being a democracy and everybody has their own decisions.
yes, yes.
I sort of
I'm part of a radio station, but I'm the woman, so I've got the say. I've got the say.
yeah. No, so it's kind of quite liberating just to write some songs, just acoustic guitar and lots of layered vocals, and just just write about things that I'm feeling about.
Yeah,
Um, I'm sort of in my early 40s, so it feels like maybe it's like a kind of midlife crisis or something.
I
Um,
do.
so sorry, yeah. So and like I've kind of I did have a bit of a church upbringing as well.
Yeah.
Um, and I used to sing a bit of that in church and stuff. And I did do a little bit last year too.
Wow.
Um, yeah, I just kind of helping out. Um, so I suppose I'm sort of you can hear that in the songs maybe a little bit.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Certainly here I am because I think COVID gives you time to think
Yeah.
and kind of almost searching for something outside of reality, almost, searching for the divine. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So spiritual, so meaning are you more of a gospel artist or do you mix or
No,
mm.
I mean, like I choral folk, I would call it,
Okay,
because
got you. Yeah.
yeah, because I'd say in some parts of the song there might be 5 or 6 layers of vocals,
Yeah.
you know, say in the chorus, and even my first song, A Moment in Time, there's
Mm.
a good few layers. I didn't even intend on doing that in a way, but it's just how what I did at recording at home. It's how
Yeah.
it came out.
I can definitely hear Simon and Garfunkel thrown in your music.
I Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
I thought, do they inspire you? Did you listen to them when you were young or?
I've always listened to Simon and Garfunkel, and it's just the melody, the vocals, just the purity of it, and the melodies in their vocals as well. Just
Yeah.
absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, so they definitely be up there, all right.
So what do you
Yeah.
think of the current music industry?
Oh, that's a tough question.
with the COVID.
That's I know. Oh yeah, well, with not it's very hard not being able to go out and gig, because I literally I'd say last year I did maybe 10 or 15 gigs, you know. Now that was kind of singing people's ceremonies and weddings and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
But it's just so strange. Like you feel a little bit like you're at the bottom of the barrel a little bit, you know.
I hear you.
But
Because
at the same time, it's, you know, if I'm being positive, it's given me the chance to, because I've written an awful lot of songs. I haven't finished them yet, you know, because I kind of finish them off in my friend's studio, and I can't get to his studio. He lives in Dublin.
Okay.
No, he lives in Dublin and I live in Wicklow, and there's only a 5 kilometer limit. We've been in lockdown for 2-3 months, and you can't go past 5 kilometers. So it's tough, you know. It feels like Groundhog Day, 7 days a week, literally. But it's been good that I've been able to be creative, you know. Because when like in the past, when you're doing cover music, it gets consuming, you know, and you can't it's hard to use that side of your brain that's creative, you know.
Yeah.
When
Has
you're constantly
changed the way you think, you know, the way you're writing music? Has it changed the way you see things?
Yeah, well, Here I Am was a bit like that, you know, because you can struggle to find the meaning in things, you know.
Yes.
And sometimes you almost, you know, you just want to, you know, fantasy can be better than reality, basically, you know. and that's why, like, you know, you hear about all these conspiracy theorists and all the rest of it, and I completely understand it. You want to believe in that. It's better than what's happening.
Yeah, exactly.
You know. So yeah, it's certainly. But at the same time, I don't kind of want to write about COVID or anything like that, because it's, you know, it's
a bit obvious, isn't it?
It's a bit obvious, and I don't know if it's fair to say it's dull or whatever, but I just, you know, just want to get away from that.
Everybody's writing about COVID. Even the young 16, or even my 7-year-old is writing about COVID.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So try and be positive as much as I can anyway. Yeah.
Going back to your music, dead or alive, I know we've talked about Garfunkel, you know. Who would you dream? Who's your dream collaboration?
Somebody pops into my head straight away is Jeff Buckley. Unfortunately, he's not alive.
Who's that?
Jeff Buckley. He covered his best album was called Grace, and he did a cover of Leonard Cohen's song called Hallelujah, and absolutely amazing. You like it, really, really incredible. Speaking of voices.